Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now. Let's talk some boxing and let's talk about our two brothers in Itauma and Ajagba. Something is going on right here. According to the news published by the Ring magazine, Ajagba has been removed from the top 10 heavyweight rankings, Ring top 10 heavyweight rankings, the Bible of boxing, we all know that, and replaced by Itauma. If you look at the ranking right now, Usyk is the champion, well deserved. Fury being number one, I feel, is a fluke because Fury is retired. That's what he said. And also, why is he number one? He got beat twice by Usyk, and Usyk took him to school twice. But this is what I feel is gonna be a very long run, a long journey with Turki Al-Sheikh. I think he's a little bit biased, and he's not gonna take hold of the sport if you're being biased like this. Itauma should not be on this list. He's not top 10 yet. His resume doesn't back that up. I like Itauma. He's a Nigerian brother for sure, but we have to speak facts. Itauma's reign hasn't even started yet. Now you look at the resume of Itauma. He didn't manage to knock Konstantin Dovichenko, who had 9 wins and 12 losses at that time. The next fight after that, he fought Kelvin Nicolas Espindola. He couldn't knock him out either. Yeah, it was a 6-rounder, no knockout there. So, well, after that, he began knocking people out. Yeah, but if you look at the people he's fought, I think Dillian Whyte is the highest name on his resume. Before that, Denzel McCain. No doubt, he did well against McCain because it took Egovic ages for him to knock McCain out. But still, I'm not against Itauma. I support him. Of course, I don't believe in the. I'm not a fanatic yet. I'm just waiting to see what he does when he steps up. I don't believe Itauma beats Ajagba. Just been said. I don't believe he beats Ajagba now. I don't believe he beats Adit Caballero. I believe he beat Dubois because Dubois will quit. That's a fact. I don't believe he beat Joshua. Egovic, I think he might win on points. Egovic has a great chin. Fabio Wardley, I don't think Fabio Wardley should be here. Janjali, well deserved. Marty Bakoli is funny. Ajagba's last fight was against Marty Bakoli, and he won that fight, but was robbed. We all know this, right? So it's just kind of crazy how, the rankings, it looks like a joke basically. I don't know on what basis they do this ranking, but I think the people who do this ranking sometimes they are going by hype and not by merit. In my opinion, Itauma no doubt is a future world star, depending on how he's promoted. I'm going to say it again. Frank Warren cannot make Itauma a global star. Did you know Itauma is signed, is sponsored by Nike? I didn't know that until today. We don't see the effect. I don't see his face everywhere. I don't see, bro, like Frank Warren is trying to create his own version of Anthony Joshua. It's not the same thing. I feel if Itauma wants to be a global star, he needs a mouth mouthpiece and a solid team. A mouthpiece of a promoter like Eddie Hearn and a solid team like the one that Joshua had. A solid team. And Joshua is right there to coach him, to direct him if he wants to. And he needs to do some things. I feel I'm still going to be adamant about him reconnecting to his roots. His roots is Nigeria. His dad is Nigerian. He was born in Slovakia to a Slovakian mom, but Nigerian dad. They moved to England when he was young. Yeah, due to racism. Listen, bruv. He is embraced by the British public. The British public cannot be that trusted. American public, at least, when you're a good fighter, you put your heart in it. They will respect you. You know, they will pay. Like Itauma need. I don't want to make example of. I don't want to use the LDBC as example, but he needs a court following like that. Of course, Wilder is a well-known figure. Might not be the most popular guy, but well-known figure. So, I feel Itauma need a solid fan base. I'm his fan, but I'm not a believer yet. You know, I'm his fan because he's a fellow Nigerian, and I want to see him successful. But I'm not a believer yet. I've seen Ajagba been in battles, get dropped, come back, fight. You know what I mean? I want to see Itauma in that situation. I know that boxing is about hit and not get hit, but I want to see it. I don't want to have to show whereby I buy into the hype, and then when he gets hit, it could like Dubois. That would be very painful. I don't like Dubois. I used to like him until he mocked Juju's mom's eyesight, basically. I feel that Itauma does not deserve to be on this list right now. He has not earned it. Beating Dillian White doesn't make you a top 10 heavyweight fighter, in my opinion. Itauma needs a round. He needs more rounds, bro. Anyways, let me not talk too much. Ajagba, what's your take on this?
The heavyweight ranking, the heavyweight ranking that they have right now, right? Pre, let me read that list. Let me make sure I'm reading this list correctly. We have trying to get to my phone. Okay, here we are. So we have Fabio Wardley, Martin Bacoli, okay, and Moses Itauma in that list, right?
Yeah.
And those guys, I do believe, they're good fighters, but they should not be on that list. Especially the one that you mentioned with Martin Bacoli versus Efe Ajagba. Why is Martin Bacoli on that list when Martin Bacoli, right? Yeah, he beat Jared Anderson. Yeah, Jared Anderson is someone who we've also complained about that. Hey, he shouldn't be boxing, right? A man that's in the ring crying, right? Talking to a legendary fighter about having skill or some shit. Man, the guy's not ready for boxing if he's gonna be crying. Listen, he's not ready for boxing at all. Okay, I do believe that we all fell into that hype, and what came of it was Martin Bacoli beating him, right? And now Martin Bacoli he faced harder opposition, which is in the form of Efe Ajagba, and we ended up getting, I think I can't remember. The fight was a draw, and we ended up everybody ended up saying no, that it was Efe Ajagba who won that fight. Efe Ajagba did more to win that fight, right? and they robbed Efe Jagba of that win. And my thing is, why is Martin McCauley on there and not Efe Jagba, right? And like you said, we buy into that hype of a fighter being hyped up, and then they get touched on the nose, and it's like, oh wow. Eventually, they get touched on the nose by journeyman, right? Eventually, and then you'll see something, right? And then all of a sudden, we wonder why we bought into this hype of a fighter. Why should it be that way, right? And why should he be on that list and not Efe Jagba, right? Why should Fabio Wardley be on that list and not Efe Jagba? These Fabio Wardley, I'm not saying Fabio Wardley is a bad fighter, right? But Fabio Wardley needs to show me uh, a little bit more than saying he's only a fighter that fights within, let me see, within his area. These guys have sparred each other one too many times, and it's like, here we go. They sparred each other, they know each other, and it's like, how do I know? How do I know Fabio Wardley could do could fight a Mex? Excuse my language. Excuse the way I'm using this form. Somebody don't know it. A heavyweight Mexican that nobody knows about. A journeyman, right? Or if he could fight somebody in America like that, we won't know that, right? Until they stop fighting each other from where they in their own playground. They need to step it up. That's my opinion of it. And I was seeing it in the form of Moses Itauma, who's been doing the same thing. Moses Itauma, you tell the guy has skill, but I do believe one false move in the wrong direction, and his career will end faster than it began.
Do you
I
think
mean, we
Frank
all
Warren
can't be
can turn
Anthony
him into a
Joshua.
global star?
I don't. Yeah, Moses Itauma has
But like?
it's
Can you think Frank Warren can turn him into a global star?
yes, he can. Let me explain. Let
Okay,
me explain.
why didn't he turn
Let me
Anthony
explain.
Yard into a global star? Anthony Yard looks the path. You know that. He didn't
Yeah, of
turn.
course,
I think he
of
was with Chris
course.
Eubank Jr. as well. Even Fury is not a global star. Fury is known in some places, but not. Fury will walk in some street, they will think he's just a regular gypsy guy. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't see
of course.
Fury's face on b-balls everywhere, like the way I see Joshua's, for example. You walk in the street, you see Joshua b-ball everywhere, like it's crazy, you know. So I'm talking about in countries, you know. So I don't see it, bro. I think someone like Itauma needs a mouthpiece. Frank Warren is not that. It's just fact. Frank Warren is trying to create a version of Joshua. But Frank Warren can make Itauma a British star, not a global star. You remember what I said now. Because he tried that with Dubois, it didn't work. He's tried that with every of his fighters. None has worked. So they don't know the methods, the ingredients you need. But I do. But I'm just seeing it. I see the star in Itauma. And I'm just picturing like, damn, if Eddie had this guy, oh, bro. And if Itauma had the team of Joshua, bro, forget it. I just know what will happen. But okay, it's not a problem because Joshua is surrounded by cultural people, people that would, make him embrace his roots as well. Joshua is a glow ambassador in Nigeria. I think he's the first. I think he's the first boxer to be that. Itauma can fit into that, bro. I don't know, man. There's some things I need to. I can say, but yeah, continue, bro.
Yeah, you make a good point, but I feel like Itauma already has that that presence of him being like a global star in the making already. He has that presence. All he needs is just a decent trainer who has a good platform to help him step up, right?
What do you mean, isn't trainer?
I
And
mean,
that,
a decent promoter,
oh
a
yeah, yeah,
decent
yeah,
promoter,
yeah.
a decent promoter, right? Uh, He, I would say he's probably has the same status as Anthony Joshua, right? Or he has the same brand. I mean, the guy could become, if he does it right, could become very good. I mean, look at him, you know. But if he gets done the wrong way, the hype, everything he gets,
Bro, don't you think Dubois also had that? They don't say Dubois when it was you saw Dubois, right?
bro. Dubois just
On
doesn't have that.
until Dubois opened his mouth, people didn't know he was that dumb.
Dubois just doesn't have that aura, right? Look at him, man. The guy doesn't even speak. He doesn't even really know how to trash talk,
Who
right? He
Dubois?
doesn't have that aura. He's
Dubois.
not marketable.
About Joshua doesn't trash talk. Joshua didn't trash talk when he was coming up. He didn't trash talk. Did you
Yeah,
see Joshua trash
but
talk?
he's more like you know he's more of like a cultural guy, like you said. Like everybody can lean on to him. He's a good looking guy. You know, his background just amazing of what he does.
Yeah, but Joshua
Then
tapped
you Dubois,
into his roots. Itama has not done that
yeah, yeah,
yet.
yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah, yeah.
So you like Itama is his dad is very cultural. I saw his dad. I
Oh
still
yeah,
wonder
I noticed his dad too.
why haven't you tapped into your root
I
yet?
noticed it. I noticed him too. I noticed him too.
Yeah, it's
I noticed
like
him too.
I don't get it. Tap into your Slovakian roots, tap into your Nigerian roots, and then tap into British. Like tap into the the British. You know, it's not British. Boy grew up in Britain, but he's been adopted by Britain. You know the British fans. One loss like this, they will say was you know how they are, man. Listen, it's my own opinion. I'm just maybe it's because I'm very passionate about you know about some things. So
Mhm.
that's what it is. Yeah, continue, bro. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, don't no worries. So my thing is, you know, if he has a good team, he could actually do it. You know, hey, I do believe Eddie Hearn will probably take him higher than Frank Warren has, just based off of what based off of global impact and everything. I think Eddie Hearn has that capability. But let's
Eddie Hearn will become his mouthpiece, basically. You know, Frank Warren doesn't have the aura, bro. It doesn't. In the UK, maybe, but I don't see it
uh,
like that.
I think you know what I think it's just Frank Warren just doesn't know how to handle global superstars like
He
that.
doesn't know, bro,
All he
because
could,
he's never made one global superstar, bro. Tell me
yeah,
one global superstar Frank Warren has made. He hasn't. He doesn't have one. So how can you make a global superstar if you haven't had Frank Warren base has always been the British. He can make you a British star. A British star. But a British stardom wouldn't get you where he got Joshua. The money Joshua made, if Itauma doesn't do the right thing, bro. Like, you know, Joshua made selling out stadiums become the norm, bro. Do you know how crazy that is? Joshua was doing the O2, I think, in his 15th fight. He fought White in his 15th fight, right? The O2.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you know Joshua when he fought Dominic Brazil, The Rock, and Kevin Hart was in the UK. They did a promo. Bro, it's just something, man. Like Itama doesn't have that yet because I think his team, man. I don't know, bro. Unless he just want to be this guy that just fight. Yeah, but the name of the game is to be remembered after you're gone because many Itamas will come. Guys, promising guys. You know what I mean? Many.
Yes.
That's why you see that if anybody comes out from the UK, they will say the next Joshua, the next Joshua, the next Joshua, the next Joshua. They are looking for that global stardom like star like Joshua, but they don't know the sauce, the ingredients you need for that. There's a lot of things you need for that. Itauma has the looks, has the personality, to be that. He's very calm. Of course, he doesn't have a chiseled physique like Joshua or something like that. He doesn't. I think like Joshua has all demographic. He has old grandpa, grandma, you know, adult male, adult female, kids. You know what I mean? So, and the way he also carries himself he inspires a lot of the youngest coming up. So, it's just one of those things. We can talk from now to tomorrow about this subject. I'm very passionate about it because I do want to see this guy at the top. But with Frank Warren as his promoter, man, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Very, like, I remember when I was telling Ajagba then, you remember? When Ajagba had opportunity to do the biggest thing then, I thought Ajagba was going to go to the UK and stuff like that after he left PBC. I understand the reason why that didn't happen. But at the same time, if Eddie Hearn was to be a mouthpiece of Ajagba, if you're a good talker, if you're somebody that like to talk and stuff like that, and trash talk like Jeremy Miller, you don't need Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? But if you're somebody that is very calm, calculative, like Joshua, like Itauma, Ajagba was very calculative then when he came up. He didn't even say anything. So, anyways, yeah. Give you a final take, bro, before we move to the next big one. Can you hear me, bro? All right,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. So yeah, no problem.
I believe F.A. Ajagba should be in that ranking. Like I said, Martin Bacoli should not be in there. Definitely not. But I would replace Martin Bacoli of all any fighters into that ranking. That ranking needs to be redone and put out again. But I would have to sit down and really think about it. Where I would like him to be placed. That's it, man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, guys. Like the video, share, subscribe. Catch you up on the next one.